We'll see some more problems from Z transform. Find the Z transform of sine of n pi by 2 plus pi by 4. So whenever you get like this, you make use of sine of a plus b formula, um, sine of a plus r minus b formula, or cos of a plus r minus b formula. So what is sine of a plus b? Sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So sine of n pi by 2 plus pi by 4 is sine n pi by 2 cos pi by 4 plus cos n pi by 2 sine pi by 4. Then take transform on both sides. So you don't have product rule here. Cos pi by 4 sine pi by 4 are constants, so the constants are taken out. The transform is only for the nth term. I repeat, cos pi by 4 sine pi by 4 are constants. You know that it is 1 by root 2. So the transform is only for the nth term. So cos pi by 4 transform of sin n pi by 2 plus sin pi by 4 into transform of cos n pi by 2. So what is transform of sin n pi by 2? Z by z square plus 1. What is the transform of cos n pi by 2? Z square by z square plus 1. And cos pi by 4 sin pi by 4 are 1 by root 2, so it is outside. So this completes the solution. Next we have find the Z transform of unit step sequence. So unit step sequence, it jumps from 0 to 1. Step function means it jumps from one value to another value. So here it jumps from 0 to 1. That is why it is called as unit step function. Since it jumps to 1, it is called as unit step function. So what is the definition? It is not a standard function. What is the definition of Z transform? Z of un summation un z bar minus n, but it is u of n is 1 when n greater than or equal to 0. That means what? N varies from 0 to infinity. So summation n equals 0 to infinity 1 into z bar minus n. Expand the summation 1 plus z inverse plus z bar minus 2 plus z bar minus 3 plus etc. So it is of the form 1 plus x square plus x cube plus etc. So standard binomial series 1 minus x the whole inverse. In place of x you have z inverse. So 1 minus 1 by z the whole inverse, or z minus 1 by z the whole inverse, or z by z minus 1. I repeat, you are asked to find the transform of the step sequence. Step sequence means it jumps from 0 to some constant. Since it jumps from 0 to 1, it is called as unit step sequence. So it is not a standard function. So start with the definition. Z of un is summation un z bar minus n. So from n equals 0 to infinity, u of n is 1. So 1 into z bar minus n. Expand the summation 1 plus z inverse plus z bar minus 2 plus z bar minus 3 plus etc. So it is of the form 1 plus x square plus x cube plus etc. or 1 minus z inverse the whole inverse, or 1 minus 1 by z the whole inverse, or z minus 1 by z the whole inverse, or z by z minus 1. So the transform of unit step sequence is z by z minus 1. Now we have to find the transform of unit impulse sequence. So what to start? It is not a standard function. So start with the definition. Z of un summation un z bar minus n. So un is delta of n. Delta of n means impulse. This is a symbol for impulse sequence. So summation 0 to infinity delta of n z bar minus n. So it is defined as 0 when n not equal to 0. At n equals 0, it is 1. So if you expand the summation, delta of 0 z bar 0, delta of 1 z bar minus 1, delta of 2 z bar minus 2 plus etc. But it is defined only at n equals 0. So 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus etc. that is 1. So the transform of unit impulse sequence is 1. Now we will see a problem from inverse Z transform. So the inverse is, if you know the transform, you can get the inverse. So in this also there are types. There are different types. So first we are seeing the partial fractions, resolving partial fractions type. So find the inverse Z transform of z by z square plus 11z plus 24. So inverse means you have to get the nth term. See, when you take transform of un, you are getting z of un or u bar of z. when you take the transform, that means what? You are finding z of un or u bar of z. Inverse means you have transform, you have z of un or u bar of z, you are finding the nth term. So let u bar of z be z by z plus 8 into z plus 3. The factors are z plus 8 into z plus 3. Whenever you have partial fractions type, take z to the left side. Remember, whenever you have z in the numerator, take z to the left side. So u bar of z by z is 1 by z plus 8 into z plus 3. So resolve into partial fractions. 1 equals a into z plus 3 plus b into z plus 4. So compare either you can give values to z, you can take z as minus 3 for getting b and z as minus 8 for getting a, or you compare the coefficients. So if I compare the z coefficients, left side 0, right side a plus b. If I compare the constants, 1 equals 3a plus 8b. So solve these two equations, you will get a as minus 1 by 5, b as 1 by 5. Substitute here. So u bar of z by z is minus 1 by 5 by z plus 8 plus 1 by 5 by z plus 3. Now you take z to the other side. See, the z takes z to the right side. So take the constant out. So 1 by 5 minus 1 into z by z plus 8 plus z by z plus 3. So what is z by z plus 8? It is a transform of minus a the whole power n. See, if you have the transform, you should know to identify the nth term. What is z of a power n? Z by z minus a. What is z of minus a whole power n? Z by z plus a. So z inverse of z by z plus 8 is minus 8 whole power n. Inverse of z by z plus 3 is minus 3 whole power n. So the answer is 1 by 5 minus 1 into minus 8 whole power n plus minus 3 the whole power n. I repeat, if you know the transform, the inverse is just the other way. See, z by z plus 8, you should guess and identify the type. Z by z plus a means it is a transform of minus a whole power n. So in place of a you have 8, here a is 3. So this is the type 1 in inverse Z transform. You are resolving into partial fractions. Take, I repeat, take u bar of z as the given term and take z to the left side. After that only you should resolve into partial fractions. I repeat, you should take z to the left side, then only you should resolve into partial fractions. After resolving into partial fractions, take z to the right side. So from you see this, you group z terms, then it will fall into any of the standard functions. So z by z plus a means it is a transform of minus a whole power n. So here a is 8, so minus 8 whole power n. Here a is 3, so minus 3 whole power n. So this is the nth term. So we will see other problems in the next video.